haven't been back in the England setup for a long time, obviously with injury and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm just massively excited to get back involved, see the boys, and hopefully get some game time. I feel like I've changed quite a bit since I last played for England. You know, maturity-wise and obviously body shape-wise, I've lost a bit of weight. I've been told I've been quite fat recently, so I've lost a bit. Just give me time to spend at home with my family quite a bit. Watch my little man grow. Having him was definitely helped a lot. Just the switch off completely from rugby to home life. I feel like now coming back home from rugby, I can fully switch off. Because if you don't, you're going to struggle. You know, the things we do outside of rugby now having a little family is brilliant. Probably didn't really see much outside of the house until I had him.
Hello.
I think I see myself quite a lot in him. He's sometimes quite an angry, stroppy kid, which is a bit like me when I was younger. He knows how to play me quite a bit. I think because I'm out of the house quite often, sometimes on camp or I'm in training all the time, when I get home, he will probably constantly winch at my feet and I'll pick him up. When you only see him for a few hours a day, you've got to do everything you can to not make him cry.
Just don't think about the process. He's thinking about it too much.
Think about the process.
Don't overthink it.
Later. Oh, he snapped at it. He wanted that 40 quid badly.
That first one was so good too.
So mine and Eddie's relationship from the straight off, I reckon, I feel like he knew I probably wasn't myself as much as I wanted to be. You know, in an environment around guys who are world class, and me not really many caps at all. So at the start it was a struggle. We now sort of get each other. I think he understands me a lot better and I could be myself. So I think at the start, you know, travelling to camp was quite tough. He put me through my paces. But now, you know, we have good conversations. And if he doesn't agree on something, he'll tell me. And if he likes something, he'll tell me.
Stop!
My Luke Cowan-Dickie, probably from 10 years ago, seeing me now, probably wouldn't be able to believe his eyes. You know, at the time, sometimes, you know, I went off the rails a little bit. At the time, I thought, you know, I was lucky to play rugby. I got my contract roughly around then, my academy one, and I sort of took it for a jolly. So I feel like now, with a missus and a baby, you know, got a handful of caps, which is everything a kid dreams of when they first come up from grassroots. So I think if he saw me now, he'd probably be shocked. But you know, I'm happy where I am today. Can you boys hear that? Flipping out, I have to tell them to turn it down all the time. Let me go check.
Sorry boys, I did ask them to keep the noise down. I said I'll film it today. I'll sort it out, just give me 2 minutes. Keep the bloody noise down, boy!
He's ruined it.
Brilliant.
You're not supposed to shut the door on him.
Mate, can you keep music down? Hello? Keep music down.
It's alright, mate. Right, I'll do it properly now.
Mate, can you keep music down?
Sorry, mate.
So I moved in 4 years, yeah, you moved in a year after.
Yeah, year after.
3 years, and I reckon I've seen him outside the club 3 times.
That's an absolute lie.
No, it's
I
not.
sunbathe naked in my back garden all the time when he looks out the window. Sometimes records me.
Like, Dickie, you want to come around for coffee, you know, barbecue, bit of food.
No, but the way...
They don't even text me back.
No, the way I look at it is I'm neighbours with him, so I'm going to see him quite often anyway, so what is the point in coming out and seeing him? I see him every day at the club for about 10 hours a day.
And we do drive separately as well, which is probably bad, but...
You going at 6, I going at 7, I get a nice line.
Different primary schools, and then secondary school, I've been looking after him ever since. Secondary school, college, looked after you in college, looked after you then when we got our contracts up here, looked after you in the academy house, and then all through the years, and thank God he's got a missus now, because like, I feel sorry for Chloe, because she kind of takes it now, but I've done my time, so it's all good now, isn't it?
I've got nothing to say. I keep myself to myself quite often. But I'm sociable when it comes to the club. Outside the club, I'm not very sociable. I will admit that, unless there's a few beers involved. But I'm just a gamer.
Gaming has always been there. He told the school he had flu once, didn't have flu, and he gamed for a week. And and that was when he was like, that's when he got to like number 3 at Call of Duty or whatever it was.
Number 1.
Number 1. Gaming, family, and then...
Yeah, gaming, family, golf. That's my options.
Yeah.
I think that's the way you got to go. You only need 3 options in your life.
So we've got golf, where he bought every single bit of gear for golf. Dickie just pulls this thing out his bag, he puts his arms on the caddy and he's just like this.
That's a lie,
like,
that's a
what
lie.
the hell are you doing? Horses, you rode horses for a while and I was like, what the hell is that?
That wasn't
about?
an addiction. Well, let me just stop you there.
You used
no,
to-
let me just stop you there. It wasn't an addiction, right? I bought an Irish horse and it came 3 in the morning one morning. I went hacking twice and it kicked me off 3 times, so I never rode again. It was like a cart horse. It had to be big because I was fat. So yeah, it was like a Shire. It was a Clydesdale, I think it was called. Flipping feet, like genuine feet, like the biggest kitchen plate you've ever seen. Genuine, the hooves are huge.
Wasn't it before the final? You fell off your horse twice.
3 times. Yeah. Yeah, so 3 times. That's why I stopped riding my horse. So she kicked me off 3 times. So she kicked me off first time. I was like, yeah, it's all right. It's just obviously a bad day. Went on her again. You know, got 20 minutes into the ride. She booted me off. Wouldn't let me get back on. So I had to walk her back. It was about a 25-minute walk. Then I thought I'd gone on a Thursday, day off before the Prem final. I was like, yeah, it'd be fine. Just a little hack, clear my brain. Kicked me off 3 times. Honestly, thought I broke my back. Since then, I've never rode again because I just thought in my head, just imagine if I get injured and I tell Rob Baxter I cannot play the Prem final because my Irish horse kicked me off.
Obviously very happy for him, like what he's done, what he's achieved, and then obviously we've come through together, so you know, to see what he's doing now, and obviously Lions tour in the summer, senior player in the England team as well is obviously pretty cool. I actually said this to Rob the morning that it happened. It was your first game when you came out that you were captain for us. I was like, oh my God. We were walking up the train and I was like, Rob, if you had told me 24 years ago that we both would have been playing for Exeter and Dickie would have been my captain, I probably would have, you know, completely flat battered you and be like, not a chance in hell. But, you know, obviously, like we said then, he's obviously done well to get where he is, but then, you know, now he's leading our side and leading us doing what we're doing and stuff like that is obviously, is pretty cool. But still, he's the club captain, he's not my captain, because I'm still looking after him, but he's doing very well.
You got the opportunity here, boys. 36 players here. The opportunity to be the best team in the world. It starts with the 6 Nations. So I want to be aggressive, hungry. We're going after it. Every time we play, we're going after it. That's how we're going to play the game, right? And you need now to work to get together.
It's going to be pretty cold out there. It's actually quite still. Peaceful. It won't be in like 30 minutes.
Yeah, local beach. Haven't been in for a few months, but it'll be cold, it'll be interesting. Let's see what happens.
Starting here, okay, for halfway we're going to do the first exercise, the second half the second exercise, then we'll make our way back for the third exercise and then finish this last quarter on the fourth exercise. Then you'll make your way through the C to finish that end. So exercise, exercise, C to finish.
JC, honestly cool, have you tried this? Have they tested this out?
Yeah.
Seems like a long way, mate.
No, you're pushing it. And it's meant to go a bit, isn't it? It's meant to test.
No, I bet,
Remember,
mate. It seems like a long, long way. Oh, I'm ready.
Up in the air.
Yeah. You just fast swing. Yeah. Fast, yeah. Nice, boys, nice.
Good work, Roddy.
Awesome, mate. Well done.
Yes, boys. gracious. Awesome. Thanks, Daddy. Well, that's hell of an effort. Like, when we did it last time in Jersey, we put the team together really, really quickly. That's the responsibility that this does, right? Work together class, effort class, buy-in unreal. Let's make sure it binds us together, eh?
2 from 2, eh? Joe, are you better than you were in Jersey? No? No sauna time, no? A bit shaky. Yeah, 2 from 2. As Len said, bonds the group, doesn't it?
The players need to work hard to get together because we've got a huge diversity in terms of age, in terms of experience, and there's an opportunity to get the right mix. And you know, when you look at a guy like Maro Itoje, who's one of our most experienced players now, at 25, 26. You know, he's been on 2 Lions tours, 1 Grand Slams, 1 Six Nations, played in World Cup finals. Then you got Alfie Barbary, who looks like he's straight out of year 12. Yeah, you've got that diversity, and it's a responsibility of the older players to create a good environment for those younger guys so they come in, you know, they feel comfortable, get the right idea about what they've got to do to be the best player they can be. And we were lucky enough yesterday for Jessica Ennis to visit our camp, and she spoke brilliantly about her career and how important not only the physical resilience was, but the mental resilience, and gave the boys a few pointers about how important it is to keep developing that in yourself and to know yourself.
Did you find a certain period of the day, again, like, did you find that training in the morning was the optimum time to do it, afternoon, evening? When did you feel like was the best sort of schedule for you as an athlete?
With the like recovery, because obviously is it 2 days the event is over?
Yeah.
Like was there something that worked for you, or was it like a routine you had?
Did you ever have a point in your career where you thought, this is what I want to do?
I think, you know, if one of the key points that came out of Jessica's talk was that as a player, you've got to know yourself, you've got to know what you need to get yourself right. Engage your coach, just don't listen to your coach. I think Jessica had the same coach for 12 years, which is a testament to the relationship they had. And we want our team to have that same resilience, that same ability to find themselves, and particularly, you know, being able to find yourself under the hardest parts of the game is just so important.
The pressures, the expectations, the noise around you as athletes and performers, whether that be media or family or, you know, everything that's kind of surrounding you can add as a distraction to what you're out there to achieve. And I think being able to understand how other sports deal with certain pressures is really important, and just to understand, you know, have that respect for other athletes' journeys as well, and something that you can hopefully take from every story that you hear to put into your performance and your experience through your career.
Well, on behalf of the team, staff, players, thank you very much for coming. We really appreciate it.
Sharp 40.
Being back in Brighton's, it's been a special week for me. Once I got picked in the squad, it was a week I was very much looking forward to. Before I came in, I spent some good quality time with my family, my mum and dad, which was nice. And then coming into camp with the boys, seeing everyone again, seeing some familiar faces, was obviously a good experience. And then to be able to train at my old school, Brighton College, added a bit of sweetness to the week, and it was nice to see some some of my old teachers and my old rugby coach Nick BUOY. So training there this week's been really enjoyable. I was lucky enough a few years ago to be invited to train with the England team when I was at school. That was an amazing experience. I still remember leaving my maths exam slightly early to train with the boys, and yeah, I was a bit like a rabbit in headlights. A little bit playing with and training with some of my idols was amazing, and to be here again a few years later, some of the faces at school haven't changed. The field definitely hasn't changed as well. So to be there running around, now I'm a bit older, it's good fun. I think I remember Eddie telling me just to keep enjoying my rugby, keep working hard on my basics, my running, kicking game, and my passing as well as my tackling, and get obsessed about it, which was pretty easy for me because I love my rugby, and yeah, it was really good advice at that stage of my career. Being back on that field with George brings back good old memories. Some of the advice he gave me back then when I was at school, it was almost a pinch yourself moment. I remember going back into the library and trying to study, and just remembering that I've just kicked with George, and to be able to do it again five or so years later is special, and yeah, I'm still learning off him, and it brought back some good memories being back out there with him today.
We're really proud of what Marcus is doing on the pitch. He's doing obviously superbly well, and he's very exciting to watch. However, as a school and a teacher, I guess we're more proud of the way he's behaved. The way he comes across as a very good person. You can see how liked he is within the squad. He's getting teased a little bit being back at his old school, but we are really proud of the way he approaches life at the moment. He's very grounded, and you can see that he's in a good place and he's enjoying life.
The King of Brighton returns. It's a red carpet. Red carpet for Marcus, please.
Shut up. Marcus obviously was an amazing talent, and I think he had a lot of really good people around him. His family are magnificent. He's got his brothers that push him in the garden, let alone coming to school and being pushed out on the games field. To be honest, we just let him go, and I think if you see the way he plays, he's a free spirit, and I guess we sort of undercoached him, if you like, and let him explore and problem solve himself, which I think in the long term has had a really good impact on what he can do now.
So Nick Boy for me was my school coach since I was 13. He was a massive influence on my career. He always guided me when times were tough, but also challenged me when he felt I could do a lot more. We continue to have a good dialogue and relationship now that I've left the college. In class, seeing him so happy to have us down here, and I know how excited he's been to have the England team here again. Yeah, I hope our relationship continues to grow over the many years. For me, grassroots coaches and school coaches are massively important in every boy's career and every man's career now here in the senior team. And for me personally, the sacrifices some of my coaches made for me, for my two younger brothers, we're very grateful for that opportunity, and I just believe that the more the coaches are enthusiastic with the younger players, the more they're enabling the younger players to have fun on the field every weekend, enjoy it with a bacon bap after training. I think you encourage the boys to attend training and continue to develop their passion and love for rugby.
Last 3 days we start topping them up physically to get them right for the first Six Nations, and then tactically putting down the game that New England wants to play. We were disappointed in our set piece in autumn, so we want to get our scrum and our line out more, particularly going in the Six Nations, where it's always an important part of the game.
First time on the field, let's get proper control, proper learning, so that we can rip in towards the end of the session tomorrow. Keep that control. Let's go. Yeah.
And squeeze! Squeeze it down, Hazy, squeeze it down. Yes!